Hey, students. Hola. It's Mr. Judge here. Welcome back to Learning Online. I know that it wasn't really what a lot of you set out to do at the start of the semester, so thanks for taking up this chance and opportunity to work with me and continue to improve on your learning, and also for us to kind of complete our course. Expose yourselves to some themes that we knew were coming, and as well as we dive into Unit 2 later in May, encounter some greater themes that apply to our life. So, first of all, I hope that you and your family are healthy and safe. You're making some time to get outside and enjoy some fresh air, especially as the weather starts kind of getting warmer. I also hope that you're taking this time to connect with other teachers and pick up at least 2 or 3 courses and take them all the way to the finish line so you can get some learning under your belt for next year, should you decide to go to college, university, trade school, what have you. So, just a little bit about our current module. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking up the novel The Great Gatsby. It's one of my favorite novels in terms of satire. Mr. Judge, what's satire? Well, you're going to learn a little bit of what satire is. You're going to watch a brief instructional video. Consider a couple of the funny videos and photographs that I've included for you, and weigh on what satire is and maybe some personal experiences you've had with it, whether you kind of thought of it or not. You probably knew what it was, but naming it might have been more challenging than you think. Also, we're going to dive into some context of the 1920s because that's where our novel, or when our novel, takes place. And also, you're going to be completing a few check-ins with me. You've never done check-ins before, probably with a teacher, but I'm literally going to be marking you based on some conversations that we have. What that means is you complete a little bit of reading, then you and I meet, and we meet this way via video on Google Meet, and I'll post a video on how to use Google Meet. Don't worry about that. And when we do check in, it's a really cool opportunity for you to informally, you don't need a script, you don't need anything, but you're going to go through some of those questions with me that I gave you. And I gave you 7 questions for the whole novel. So it's important that in one of those first assignments that you're going to open up at the bottom of our classwork page, you might have to click View More on our classwork page. You're going to see there that there's a slideshow attached to the very first set of materials called Teacher Guided Novel Study. F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. There's a slideshow there that's all about questions and concepts for a satire study. And all those questions really just have to do with the narrator and kind of the world around the narrator and how they react to it, because this is all about the search for self. That's the unit that we're wrapping up. So, again, you're going to do some informal check-ins with me, which is really nice. It's 15 to 30 minutes of your time. We talk about your reading of the novel, what you're confused by, what you really get, what you think is cool, what you think sucks, because maybe you don't like the novel. I don't know if a teacher has ever told you this, but you have permission not to like what we assign you to read. But I want you to tell me why you don't like it. In other words, we're going to pinpoint some of the style choices of any author, and you get to, as a critic, tell me why you did or didn't like that author's choice. I think it's really important. We need to be able to pinpoint why it is we do or don't like certain things. You ever had that friend who says, "Oh, I hate Hawaiian pizza"? It's like, why don't you like it? Like, I don't know, I just don't. That's not good enough for me. I want to know why you don't like Hawaiian pizza. Is it the pineapple? Is it the ham? Is it the fact that it's a sweet pizza and pizza should be salty and not sweet? There's probably tons of reasons. Anyways, you're also going to be completing another informal assessment for me, which is just a little writing piece, having read a short story. That's right, a short story is going to help our novel study. Who would have thought? And then at the very close of this unit, in the last couple weeks, or the last week or so, the unit that ends on May 17th. So it's a 4-week kind of first chunk back. We call it a module that we're going to be back for. You're going to write a literary criticism essay. It's not as scary as you think it is. In fact, with so few people in this online class, we've only got about 5 or 6 of you who decide to continue with the course. You're going to get a lot of feedback from me all throughout that writing process. In fact, we're going to meet, and part of your mark is going to be us meeting and talking about and crafting a thesis statement together. You're going to get a lot of help with it, because I think it's an important piece of writing to close out your ELA time in public education. How it is you see all your understanding of reading thus far and how it helps you to evaluate whether or not Fitzgerald was a great writer or an not so good writer. So that's what you're up to. I hope that this video has allowed you to reconnect with me and see a little bit of the purpose of wrapping up our first unit. There will be 2 more modules that make up kind of our second unit. You can kind of see those in our classroom there. Starting after May 17th, I'll post some more content for you. We're not trying to give you heaps of work in the last couple months here of school, but we're trying to make sure that the work is purposeful. So I'm going to make sure that the assignments I give you aren't intensive in terms of quantity, but they're intensive in terms of quality. So I encourage you to seek me out via email, Google Chat, or Google Meet. We can set up a time, we can talk, because I think that's going to help you be successful in an online learning environment, which isn't what you signed up for, but it's something that's going to be valuable to you nonetheless. So take care. I look forward to hearing from all of you, and make sure that if even in the first week you want to set up a check-in time, no problem. Let me know what works for you and I can make it work. I might be at home and my kids might be screaming in the background, but that's cool. We can still talk. Otherwise, I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye-bye.